Cookie cutter answers. I'm tired of them. I've been in the business for so long now that I've heard all sorts of conversations that follow a simple question, which is, should I buy a home now or not? And most people would reply, well, it depends on your situation. And I'm like, yeah, tell me something I don't know. What else can you tell me that would help me as a consumer to answer this question? So whether you're a consumer watching this or an agent and you're struggling with these type of dialogues a little bit, maybe this video will help you and help you get away from the cookie cutter answers that you mostly get from people. So basically the question here is, should I buy a home now? Whether the market is shifting now or it's hot or anything in between, you get this question all the time. And the answer is always going to be the same thing. It depends, right? But let's delve deeper into it depends. Okay, let's think about it before we even get into it. If somebody comes and asks me that question, do I know their situation? Do I know their financial situation? Do I know what their goals are? Do I know what they want in the future in regards to purchasing a home? No, I don't know about you, but I'm not a mind reader. With that said, we have to open up the dialogue and ask them these questions. Sometimes people need direction or they don't really know what you're asking because nobody really comes at them that way. So a way that you can use a communication technique to open that up is give them examples. For instance, are you looking to purchase a home now and ride the market and maybe in 6 months or a year try to steal and grab some of that equity and move somewhere else, like a quick buy and leave or buy and cash out? Or are you looking to stay, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, build up that home how you want, raise your family or do your thing, and then maybe eventually upsize or downsize later on after that 7 or 8 year period? What are you looking to do? So I threw in that question at the end, but I gave them 2 concrete contrasting examples. And that is the key whenever possible. When you're trying to illustrate a point to someone, use contrast, because then it makes it easier for them to pick your options or jog their mind a little bit. So I gave them those options. We know we're going into a shifting market in a recession. If they tell me, oh yeah, in 6 months or a year, I want to move, I'm going to say probably not the best time, because if I still urge them to buy at that time, I'm now misleading them. Meaning, I don't know for a fact that the market is going to keep going up for a year. How could I possibly give somebody that recommendation if that's what they want to do now? I'm being shady, unethical, which I never recommend anybody do or become ever, especially in this industry, because most people are only going to buy a home or sell a home once in their life. But if they give me the other one, I can open up the conversation where they say they're looking to stay at least 7 or 8 years. I kind of give them a comparison of the crash about 13 years ago, 2008, 2009, to the current market conditions. Now, just to show the difference, and I make a point that it took 4 years from the bottom of that crash to then recuperating to values that were pre-crash. Peaks took 4 years, right? So I can use that as a historical data point and say, if you're unsure about the market and you're going to stay 8 years, it literally took us 4 years to recover from the worst crash that was pretty bad. That would serve as a way to ease their mind and give them enough information for them to make a yes or a no decision. Because the main thing hanging and looming in the clouds with this question is them saying, I'm on the fence, I don't know what to do. And our job is to give them the information so they can make a clear yes or a no decision. Even if the market does, let's say, take a dump, more than likely, we don't know for sure, but more than likely, we know based on history, in 8 years, they'll be okay, right? What's the other thing they have to keep in mind? Now, interest rates have been going up. So now I would say, look, we've seen it over the last 2 months. They're going quite high. So in the sense of interest rates, it would make sense for you to lock one in now versus waiting, because we're just coming out of historic lows with interest rates. So based on your situation of staying for 7 to 8 years, based on that data, I would recommend you really seriously consider. So this gives you an example of how this conversation would go. It depends on what they want, what their goals are. Then you have to look at the data and the information to help them assess the situation and make the decision that's best for them. So if you listen to what I said recommend. I recommend. I'm not going to say no, you need to buy. Oh, this house is the best for you. I know it doesn't fit any criteria in your list, but this is the house you need to buy right now. Some of you say that and it's crazy and I laugh at it, but it happens a lot. So like I said, if you're a buyer or even an agent, this is the way to think about answering this question whether it's for yourself or for your clients. This is how you want to open up these conversations, by referencing relevant facts. They're going to be coming with their questions. They're looming with uncertainty. It's my job just to facilitate that decision-making process for them and help them arrive at a clear decision. I'm Zohaib, aka Realtor on a Harley. I'm going to be posting 2 videos on my YouTube channel on a weekly basis. So if you found value in the content I bring to you, feel free to subscribe as well as smash that like button. Thank you for now.